Good afternoon, students, and welcome to Pawan Tutorials. Today we are going to learn first chapter of 8th Standard Math Scholarship. The name of the chapter is Knowledge of Numbers. Now let's begin with the first type of number. Numbers are classified into various categories. The first one is natural numbers. Natural numbers means what, students? Natural numbers are called as counting numbers. This number starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on up to infinity. These numbers we call it as natural numbers. We use these numbers for counting purposes, right, students? Numbers are further classified into whole numbers. Whole number means what, students? If we add 0 in the set of natural numbers, then we get a set of whole numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on up to infinity. This is the set of whole numbers. So one question is there. You try to answer this question. If I ask you which is the smallest number, then what will be your answer? Yes, students? 0? 1? Anybody? Some of the students, they give me the answer, sir, the smallest number is 0 because it doesn't carry any value. Some of the students, they may tell the answer, the smallest number is 1. So the correct answer is, the smallest number is 1. 0 doesn't carry any value. Okay, the smallest one-digit number is 1. But if I ask you the question, which is the smallest whole number? Yes, then your answer should be 0, because the series of whole number is itself start with 0. Right, students? Numbers are further classified into integers. In order to understand what are the integers, let's have the meaning of, let's try to understand number line means what. See, number line, it starts with 0. The integers, the numbers which are there on my right hand side, like 1, 2, 3, 4, these integers, these numbers we call it as positive integers, and the integers which are there to the left of 0, those integers we call it as negative integers. So number line is a set of integers, both positive integers as well as negative integers. One of the peculiar characteristics which we have to keep in mind is this. See, each and every point on a given number line is equidistant from each other. That is, the distance in between any two points is the same. But the thing is this, if I ask you the comparison, which number is greater, whether 2 is greater or 4 is greater? Of course, the number 4 is greater. So whenever we are comparing two positive integers, the integer which is greater, that will be considered as the greater integer. Right? Now what about 3 and minus 1? 3 and minus 1. Which integer is greater? So whenever we are comparing any negative integer with that of positive integer, the positive integer will always be greater than the negative one. Okay. But what happens when we are comparing two negative integers? Say for example, minus 3 and minus 1. So which integer is greater, students? Minus 3 or minus 1? Yes, always keep in mind the integer which is near to 0, it will be considered as a greater integer. So in case of minus 3 and minus 1, minus 1 will be considered as a greater integer. So what we conclude, as we move towards the right hand side of the number line, the value of a number, it goes on increasing, and as we move towards the left hand side of the number line, the value of a number, it goes on decreasing. Right, students? So integers means what? Integers are nothing but, these are the set of positive as well as negative integers. As I quoted just now, we have seen the number line. Number line is a set of integers. It consists of positive integers as well as negative integers. So these are what the integers. It is a set of positive as well as negative integers. Look at this, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. These are all the integers. So integer consists of positive integers as well as negative integers. Right, students? Now rational number means what? Let's try to understand the meaning of rational number. See, rational number means what? Rational number is any fraction which we can write in numerator and denominator form, that is p upon q form. Right, students? Wherein the value of q, it should not be equal to 0. For example, 2 upon 5, 9 upon 12, 6 upon 14, 9 upon 15. These are all the examples of rational numbers. So rational number, students, these are nothing but these are the fractions which we can write in numerator and denominator form, that is p upon q form, wherein the value of denominator, that is q, it should not be equal to 0. Now students, The next classification of number is irrational number. Irrational number means what? See, this is what the set of numbers wherein its decimal representation is non-recurring and non-terminating. For example, root 2. Root 2 is not a perfect square. We cannot find the square root of root 2. Yes or no? Root 3, root 5, root 7. These are all the irrational numbers, students. Yes or no? If we go for the decimal representation of root 2, it is 1.41423156. The decimal representation is non-recurring and non-terminating. Such type of numbers whose a decimal representation is non-recurring and non-terminating are called as irrational numbers. Right, students? The next classification of number is real numbers. Real number means what? Real number is a combination of rational numbers as well as irrational numbers. So, real numbers are nothing but it is a set of rational numbers as well as irrational numbers. Got it? So, it will include, real number will include both rational number as well as irrational numbers. I hope you must have understood the classification of numbers. So, in my next lecture, we will be discussing the practical problems on this classification of numbers. So keep watching the video, and if you have understood the things well, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.